Hello again, friends. This is the time of year at the end of 2025 that everybody starts to put together these, year in review or wrapped. We see it on Spotify and all of your music services or Netflix or whatever. And so I wanted to put together a little bit of a wrapped of San Antonio's real estate market and also here at our Keller Williams City View office. So hope you enjoy. Here's the first thing I want you to see. This little sheet right here is a side-by-side comparison of the numbers from the end of 2024 to the end of 2025 here in San Antonio. And I'm going to point out a couple of things that I think are interesting to note. So first things first, the average sales price in San Antonio at the end of 2024 was about $357,000, average home sale price. Average home sale price end of this year right now, 374. So we went from about 357 to 374. That's an increase of about 5%. So what does that tell us? It tells us that the average home sale in San Antonio in the past year went up about 5%. So if you are a homeowner in San Antonio, congratulations, you likely made about 5% on your house value this year. Now, just what do we see in terms of a long-term trend here? Well, the long-term trend is that we usually like to see about a 3 or 4% increase year over year in terms of home value. That's sort of the natural appreciation line that we shoot for. So seeing this number at 5%, pretty normal. We like to see that. Secondly, we see some things that, truthfully, I'll just be straight, is that they're not great numbers. We see some things like the days on market. Last year was at 72 days on market on average. This year, we bumped to 86. So what does that tell us? Tells us that if you're looking to sell your house, it might take you about 2 weeks longer than it did last year in order to actually get it under contract. This one's a minor thing, but it is still to note as well. Closed to original list price. You saw it here was 93%, 93.2% last year, 92.4% this year. So what does that mean? Closed to original list price means what was the original list price that a house went on the market for, and then where did it actually close? If we just use easy math, if you put something on the market for $100,000, last year it would have closed at $93,200. This year it would close at $92,400. So hey, there's a downward trend there, yet it's not a huge issue. It's a nominal change. And then last thing to note, our months of inventory, which again, this is not a great thing, but it's not a huge change. 4.87 months of inventory last year, 5.9 months of inventory this year. Okay, let's dig into what that means. We have essentially one more month of inventory. Okay, let me give you a little definition here. A month of inventory means this: how many houses will sell in a given month in San Antonio? Well, we see in this last month, 2,200 homes sold in San Antonio. So what that months of inventory number tells us is that we have more homes on the market than we did last year. So what does all of this mean? If I'm a homeowner and I'm looking to sell, here's what it means. Number one, the value of your house likely did go up in the past year. That's a good thing. Number two, if I'm a home seller, I may have to just budget in my mind that it might take a couple weeks longer to get my house under contract this year versus last year. And third, since there's more inventory, if I'm a home seller, I got to know that if I'm putting my house on the market, what do the buyers have today? Well, they've got options. So we want to make sure that if you're a home seller, that you make sure that as many of the repairs are done as possible, that it's, updated, painted, lawn's looking good, everything's looking sharp so that it gets put under contract right away. If I'm a home buyer, what does this mean? Well, number one, you already heard it. You've got options if you're a home buyer. Number two thing is that generally speaking, over time, prices don't go down. So we always hear this. When's the best time to plant a tree? 20 years ago. When's the second best time? Today. When's the best time to buy a house? 20 years ago. When's the second best time? Today. So whether you are a buyer or a seller, there are distinct advantages in today's market for you. And the last thing I'm going to leave you with is this. My company, Keller Williams City View, we did our own little wrapped for the year. And now this is, of course, just year to date. We haven't officially closed out all of 25 just yet, but here's a couple of the big things. Number one, We closed over 3,600 homes this year in 2025. We have an average sale price of $441,000, higher than the average sale price from all of San Antonio. So what does that tell you about our skill set as a group? We have closed over 1.5, look at all those commas, $1.5 billion in closed sale volume as a CityView organization. So I know bigger is not always better, and yet I can guarantee you this. If you see a company that has 780 agents closing 3,600, it's probably by the end of the year going to be 4,000 units, and over $1.5 billion in total sales volume in a given year, I can promise you this, they know their stuff, because we have an amazing leadership team, broker team, compliance team to make sure that when your house goes on the market or when you're looking to buy a house, that you get taken care of. If this was at all interesting to you, or if you have more questions that pop up because of it, please reach out to me. I hope you have a wonderful holiday and a great 2026. We'll be here for you.